Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Wheelz from CZT Joyce Block. Now, this one has been around for some time. I have honestly not tried it. I've seen it. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And as I was looking around, it popped up, and I'm like, okay, this is the opportunity. We're going to give this one a go. All right. And I have to admit, it was, looked a bit intimidating, but it's not so much. All right. Starting off with 4 lines. And if you think of, in my mind, I thought, oh, like Kiko. All right. But just the first 4 lines. So anywhere in any direction you want, any place you want to start on your page, I'm just doing it here. Okay, 4 lines, and also, as close together or as far apart as you want. Then, now this step, and again, this is how my brain works. If it helps you, great. Because I'm thinking, instead of getting, or to thwart the intimidation factor, I like, oh, well, this next step really is like is like laced, which I love that tangle, and that is putting a kind of an oval. So starting here and coming around, hitting the tops of those if possible, because you can always meet them up if need be. So just like laced, but we have 4 lines instead of 2 lines. Oh, and then we're just auraing, and it's one of those, okay, and it's all right. And I'm doing 4 auras because it seems like, with looking at this, it's 4 and 4, and that makes it easy. All right, then now I didn't really leave enough room on this other side, but I can extend these, right? Um, and this is the way that Joyce has it set up. You could go, in whatever direction you would want to go. So I'm just going to extend these out just a little bit. And if you have to do that, I do have some little bumps in there, which in the end is not going to matter. But use that take off and land concept, just to trace over a little bit. And then, of course, getting the tile positioned so it is comfortable. Same thing, coming around, coming around the mountain. Oh my goodness. And aura, and aura, and aura. And then if you end up with an almost collision, of course, use the hollabow technique and just don't collide. You just stop the pen. Uh, then too, on these little sides, you can fill those in. And it was one of those, you can fill them in as you go if you like, or or just at the end. And then here, and this might be the other challenge that I have, because it's the randomness factor. And it's like, well, where do you go from here? Well, anywhere you want. And some of us have more of a challenge with that, than others. But so I'm going to start off with just kind of continuing these lines, sort of. Doesn't have to be exact. And then same thing. But this can grow out of itself however you want it to grow. No rhyme, no reason. You just do what you want to do with it. So if I want to have some come right out of here, 3, 4, and change up the size, and actually let's line those, get those lined up there. Ooh, and here, so number 4, oh, that one I can fit in. This one, not so much, but I'm going to put a little line in there as if it's underneath. And then do another one here. I'm getting that one line. Okay, this is the part where, Heather, just slow down. Be good. Like so. I'll fill in those little bits at the end. Oh, let's do here. It is kind of neat to have this going, like a ribbon going through. And then, of course, you could change it up the direction a little bit if you want. Like so. And if you do this halibut, just, one of those things, make sure, even if you have a little space like that, you just need to put a little mark. It really sells the illusion that we, with the halibut. So it's just rather neat. So, like I said, this is one. It's you just go whatever direction you want to go. Have fun with it. My pen is being a little bit interesting. I need to mark these ones. Look at that. That all went over. But you know what? I'm going to do shading there, so it'll be okay. I could also thicken that line a little bit. Hide that. And it's just, like I said, just a neat tangle. I'm going to also guess that you could have fun with it. I'm thinking of the Tangle Rixty, which is one of my favorites. And if I think on those lines too, and how it grows out of itself, that helps my brain to just go, yeah, just like that. Yeah, it's all right. You can do it. Sometimes we all have to give ourselves pep talks. All right, let's do. We'll do one more here. Maybe. Then we'll stop. We'll see. Well, I can stop, then I can continue on afterwards. Because I do want to show some shading ideas. And like I said, I can do that. I can play with it some more if I want to after. All right, but this gives a nice idea of how it can grow, how it absolutely does not need to be perfect in any way. That's what's so fun about this one too, is that it does have a whimsical look to it. So maybe is one of those the more imperfect, the more perfect, right? Okay, so for shading, my go-to is where it seemingly tucks under. So you can start here where it's going in. Oh, let's just do up this line. Well, sure, there we go. And then here where it tucks as well. Oh, and here, actually, really, you could do it on both sides if you wanted to. All right, let's get the one side. One trick with the tortillon is putting the tip of it onto the graphite and point it to the line that you don't want to go over. That's how I look at it. I've heard Rick describe it as where you want it the darkest, and that's another way to think about it. But I like doing just one part like that because you see the difference it makes when you add some shading. Now, if I wanted to have it more dramatic, then of course you could go darker, or to get that metallic look, you can go darker, and that makes it so much fun. So, sorry, I'm going to finish with the graphite and tell you that in the description section, which if every once in a while I like to say where that's at. I was just on using the YouTube app on my phone, and it's just like, okay, where is that? And it's like, if you find I think it's either the title or the name, and there's a little, it's not even a down arrow, it's like a V, and click that, and it opens up the description section, and that's on the app. So it's one of those. It's always in a different place, and then once you get used to it, then they'll move it. So. So in that description section, links to the step outs. I always do my own version and then link to the originator of the Tangle, to their blog or wherever I found it. So sometimes that would be Instagram. In this case, it is Joyce's blog. And so yeah, wherever I found it. And then if I have found any other good information on the Tangle, I will put it there as well. and that's why I call it For More Inspiration, because that's what it's for. Below that, ways to connect with me if you wish. There basically is a link to my website and to our lovely Facebook community. So if you happen to be on Facebook, would love to have you join us. Um, yeah. And so for my website, just so you know, I mean, I have tangles on there. It's a continual work in progress. So come back, look for changes, subscribe to the blog, and that's on the left. No, excuse me, right hand side, and where it just says enter, put your email in. What I send out lately, I've been sending out things on. I might just leave it that way. On the Inktober Tangles. And so I haven't done anything daily as far as a blog post except for that. But I will, when I post recaps to classes, I put them on there. Anything else interesting, I'm going to try to do a little bit more, but I also don't like to be annoying. So I will find that line. So would love to have you subscribe to that. Join us on Facebook. Join us online for classes. I do almost twice weekly, just depends on the week. Every Thursday, though, unless I have a weird schedule thing. And those ones are free. Lot of fun. So would love to have you join us. Information, again, is on my website. And, I forgot, probably the most, well, now I don't even remember because I was rambling. Apologize. If you like the video, would love to have you click like. Feel free to share it, leave comments, and if you like it enough to see more, would love to have you subscribe to the channel. That's what I forgot. Sometimes I try to do things out of order just because it's fun to do things out of order. For somebody that doesn't like random things, I'm working on it. All right, so with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.